哎呀，我先吃了再说吧。哎，我要先吃东西了，饿死我了。吃完了再过去看，尝一下这个紫色的甜菜头。哎呀，我的天，这么咸！哎呀，这个 eggplant 这个茄子的还可以。红甜菜头的太咸了。
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the 2025 Garlic Festival. It's been an amazing day today, and right now we have on stage the M&M. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome the M&M. 怎么加不上去呢？哎呀，真是实在太难吃了！老外做的饭太难吃，我都吃不下去。这个是红菜头做的，哈，你看这个的，这个是 eggplant 茄子末做的，哎呀，味道一言难尽。这样吃的，我都吃不下去，太难吃了。饭，老外的饭，我们旁边就是志愿者。来吃饭呢，我得吃完它再去。这个苹果，是凉飕飕的，没有办法。看看这个，老外的饭， 哇！
别人的闺蜜都是百媚千娇，然而我的闺蜜事业群沙雕。
哎呀，对，你看啊，大蒜做的，里面放了大蒜，然后呢，放了茄子，放了南瓜子，哎呀，放了南瓜子，这老外的饭你看看，这个是红菜头的泥末，大蒜、茄子、南瓜子，大蒜、茄子、南瓜子的末，哇，我实在吃不下去了。然后离开这里了，现在才2点，哎呦，我就想走。哎呀，怎么办呢？要不要走呀？跑步，我跑步就想看到那个，我才让人家。这个小苹果还不错。现在在想着要不要回家了。
别人的闺蜜都是百媚千娇，然而我的闺蜜事业群沙雕，沙雕中的极品雕，独领风。
哎呀！
说大料不贵，我说不贵。
哎呦，我这边还没看呢，再去看一下这边。这边还有个小桥，我去看一下去。哎，我也不知道，大概是对土地的这种情结吧。哎呦，我还是喜欢看这些东西。看，这是还有来的人。哇，这个羽衣甘蓝种的不错。哎呀，累死我了！黄瓜和草莓，黄瓜、草莓，黄瓜和草莓这一片，看见吗？黄瓜和草莓。羽衣甘蓝。洋葱，还有几个大棚，这种了土豆，看一下前面是啥。还有很多车前草地上，哇，哇，还有这里还有一些西红柿已经红了，哈，西红柿了。呀，怎么回事啊？
前脚，然而我的回忆是一群沙雕。
想想。辣椒、西红柿，这个主要是辣椒了这边。我不知道这个是什么，关上了。我现在问一下。要不要走呢？去找我的老公。走。你看这些，还是沤肥的。哎，谢谢静莲，谢谢。这个活动已经举行完了。 还得坐那里歇一会儿去。这玩意儿，因为带着这个太方便了。哎呀，不小心弄多了，很多人。这是我买的，你看老外的，我还没有吃完。这个是茄子蒜，因为大蒜节嘛，茄子蒜。这个是红菜头蒜，哇，全都放了大蒜，大蒜节。哎呀，他们的味道我实在吃不下去。坐在这里歇一歇吧。看那边前面就是农场，前面是农场，我刚才已经去看了，我现在都不想动了。谢谢洪慧芳，谢谢啊。现在问一下花木在哪呢？稍等一下哦，你看哈。哎，没办法，我再走一圈算了。还得拿着我的这个吃的，再去走一圈去。哎呀，
妈咪。
这个草莓我不知道摘了多少钱呀？这啥意思啊？我就想着不行，去采摘点草莓也可以啊。看着都红了，但是我不知道价格，怎么没写呢？都在这里看啥呢？在这看啥呢？我也不知道，在等着呢。他在等着看什么呢？很多人。我记得他们要干啥？
其实嘛，在我应该带你去大公园耍，我没来过。
爱丽丝，地址，我没法给你找，我一找就退出来了。你现在搜一下，在威斯敏斯哈维上。等一下，我看一下，威斯敏斯哈维在列治文。他现在因为有一个鸟嘛，这么是他要放鸟，这么多人在这里看，因为要有一个鸟的表演，有一个鹰的吧表演，马上就要开始了。我不知道怎么返回，我返回去我就回不到这个界面上了。你搜一下嘛，你从网上一搜，它就出来地址了，在威斯敏斯哈维，马上要开始，威斯敏斯哈维这里。在列治文呀，对了，在列治文，我现在等着，你看这么多人等着呢，等着他放老鹰呢，要训练，要训，都在这等着看呢。看，都架好了摄像机，在这等着呢，还没开始呢。哇，这啥时候开始啊？看，我刚才看到了一个老鹰的标本，他们已经讲了一会儿了。现在呢，现在来到这里是看实地的训练了，看都是小孩嘛。哎呀，我买的这个吃的我真吃不下，这老外吃的哈，这个是茄子蒜，这个红菜都蒜，因为是大蒜节，所以全是蒜，我吃不下去。这怎么还不放呢？你看这么多人在这排队，等着看了哈。这啥时候开始啊？来了。还有3分钟，3分钟开始。哎呀，那我在这等一会儿吧，还有3分钟开始，接着吃我的东西。还有3分钟。还有3分钟就要开始了，现在估计还有2分钟。你看这么多人等着看呢。
afternoon, Garlic Festival. How are we doing today? Good. Well, welcome to our raptor flying demonstration. My name is Morgan. We're also going to be meeting Alex out here with us today. But more importantly, of course, are all the amazing birds that we get to work with every day. So we come from an organization called the Raptors, or Pacific Northwest Raptors. We are based out of Vancouver Island in Duncan, but we work across Canada with our birds. Now what this looks like is doing a lot of education, so events like the Garlic Festival. We also do the Birds in Motion demonstration up Grouse Mountain. We do more of this sort of stuff at our visitor center in Duncan. But we also work with our birds across Canada at different airports, landfills, and industrial sites doing wildlife management or abatement. So what this might look like is we go out, we work with our top predators, we fly them around to reduce human-wildlife conflict. So we are trying to encourage things like ducks to stay away from runways or planes, or gulls out of the garbage at landfills. So doing tons of different jobs with our birds, and yeah, like I said, this is all across Canada that we're doing these different jobs. So our birds are very busy. We're very busy with them, but we feel very lucky to be able to do all these different activities with them. Or I have to say, birds are like the best coworkers out there. We have lots of fun with them. Now, the birds that we are working with out here today, these birds have been hatched and raised at our facility or at a similar place. And this is so that our birds are very comfortable with everybody here today, so that they're comfortable to work around these planes, heavy duty equipment and whatnot. But one of the most important reasons why our birds have been hatched and raised around people is so that we know that our birds are able to fly. So this is really key for the work that we do with our birds. Our birds have to be these flighted top predators, because this is what makes them so effective at deterring those shorebirds or whatever it may be. From these different sites. So our birds have to not have any flight impediment of any kind. They need to look as close to their wild cousins as possible. That being said, at our visitor center, we also run what's called the Raptor Rescue Society, or it's an extension of the Raptors. That's where our goal is to rehab and release birds on kind of southern Vancouver Island. But yeah, we do a lot of different things at our facility, research as well. Yeah, we're quite busy. Now, before we meet our birds out here today, I do have a couple words of warning first. So I just asked that the yellow rope, we try our best not to pull at it. I know it's really tempting, but birds don't like when it kind of smacks back towards them like a bungee cord. So I just asked that we try and leave the rope alone. My second word of warning, not asking too much today, we're going to have lots of fun, but I just ask that if the birds are flying towards you, some of them will fly right over your heads this afternoon. If our birds are flying towards you and if it looks like they might hit you, they might hit you. So please duck, okay? That's really the only thing you have to remember out here this afternoon. Okay, well, what do we think? Are we ready to meet our first bird?
Yay!
Yes, this is so exciting. We are going to look all the way over to our left-hand side. We are going to see if one of the most iconic birds of our western coastlines is ready to come on out and join us. His name is Hercules. Hercules! Come on over, buddy. Come on over. So I gotta look at everybody first. I know, there's so many people here for you. Hi, buddy. Isn't he amazing?
Yay!
So Hercules is a beautiful bald eagle. This is a species that we find very commonly here on the west coast.
Can we stand here so you can see?
They're
Here comes.
We already saw the bald eagle.
I didn't.
You've obviously been to our center before. That's awesome. We're in your Raptors merch. So bald eagle is very easy to identify with this white head and tail.
That's the bald eagle.
However, they do not always look like this. These birds don't always have that white head and tail. So this white head and tail is a sign of maturity. So bald eagles get us around the age of 4 years. That's when they start to molt out their brown head and tail feathers, grow in these white feathers, like I said, as a sign of maturity. So that shows all the other bald eagles that Hercules is big, he's strong, and has survived long enough to be able to provide for that mate and for that family. Now, we have thousands of bald eagles here on our western coastline. We are very, very lucky. However, we have... lighten the load. We have not always had such healthy populations of bald eagles that we see nowadays. So back in the 50s and 60s, bald eagles were victims to the pesticide called DDT. Now DDT, it didn't kill bald eagles outright, but it caused a calcium deficiency. So when these birds would go to sit on their nest to incubate their eggs, unfortunately they would crush their eggs beneath their weight. So we didn't see very many bald eagles being hatched out at this point in time. Fortunately, scientists figured out what was going on, banned DDT, and these birds have made quite the incredible recovery, to the point where we have bald eagles by the thousands here, which is so amazing that we get to see these guys in such abundant numbers nowadays. So a true success story. Now, we do have a lot of bald eagles here on our western coastline because we have a lot of food available for these birds. So does anybody know what bald eagles might like to eat?
Fish.
Shout it out.
Fish.
Children!
Yes. Oh. Didn't expect that one.
Only small, naughty children.
You're joking.
No, you guys are okay. But I heard lots of different answers, and that's because bald eagles eat lots of different things. You will see these birds catching a lot of fish. They are North America's fishing eagle. However, they will take advantage of so many different prey sources. They're really not picky. You will see bald eagles catching things like other birds, so ducks or geese. You will see them catching mammals, scavenging too.
I just see.
Bald eagles on the side of the highway eating roadkill. Or we also find bald eagles in a lot of less desirable places, such as our local landfills. So this is a great reminder for all of us just to compost what we can and to reduce our food waste in general, so that hopefully we can encourage these birds to go find a more natural food source, because of course we don't see them litter or garbage food waste, right? Now, we are called the raptors, and the majority of the birds that we fly and work with are raptors, just like the beautiful Hercules. So all raptors, they have 3 tools in common that set them apart from other birds of prey. And Hercules here, he really epitomizes what it means to be a raptor. So the first tool that all raptors have are those powerful feet and talons. This is the catching and killing end of the raptor. Now secondly, these birds have this sharp downward curved beak. This is for ripping and tearing into raw meat. So these birds, they are carnivorous. They're eating raw meat and nothing else. And lastly, they've got these big, beautiful eyes. These birds are able to see further, faster, clearer than we are. So you have to have those 3 tools to be a raptor. Those are the eagles, the hawks, the owls, and the falcons. Well, Mr. Hercules here has done a phenomenal job. As always, he's going to start to make his way off the flying field. Thank you, Hercules.
So cool!
Wow. We crash landed. Or we found something delicious. So, when we're flying this afternoon, you're going to notice that we only fly one bird at a time. And this is because the majority of the birds that we have are top predators. So if we let them all go at the same time, we're not worried about our birds flying away. We're worried about them trying to eat one another. Yeah. So we don't want to have any National Geographic moments out here today. Now if you're at
And he went on the girl's head really fast.
you at 10:30 this morning. Judge Dredd, our turkey vulture, went on an adventure. We did get him back. He was down on the golf course a little bit south from here, just like a kilometer and a half down. But so sometimes our birds do go on adventures. They are on radio telemetry just in case it does happen. But they know where food is coming from. They know where they have a safe place to roost at night. They don't have to worry about other predators or elements. Like with all the rain the last few days, our birds get to hang out where it's dry. So they have a lot of benefits with us. We've worked really hard to build those positive relationships with them. But we did end up flying other birds with the turkey vulture out because vultures are a little bit different. They're not actually raptors. But we're going to move along. We're going to meet another bird out here today. He's going to be coming out again from our left-hand side. You'll notice this trend. Here he is. Gorgeous. This is Vega, and Vega is a Harris's hawk. So this is a species that we do not have here in Canada. These birds are found in the southwestern U.S., down into Mexico and South America. So they're a little bit more of like a desert hawk, you could say. But we do have some similar hawk species here in the lower mainland. It would be something like the red-tailed hawk, for example. Red-tailed hawks, you would often see those birds sitting at the side of highways, along fence posts or lamp posts. They're waiting at what we like to call the roadkill cafe. Those hawks know that if you wait long enough, the car will eventually do the work for you. So it is all about efficiency for raptors. Losing feathers as we go. Good job, buddy. You got food on your face. Help you out. So the reason why we work with these Harris's hawks is because they're a bit of a unique type of raptor. So I was just mentioning how most raptors are quite solitary. You're often seeing them hunting by themselves, or maybe certain times of the year with their mate and chicks. But for the most part, they're not wanting to hunt together. The Harris's hawks are a little bit of a exception to this rule. These birds are kind of similar to orca or wolves. They will hunt and live in family groups in certain areas. So you will see these birds hunting cooperatively. This means that they can catch larger prey as well as more prey. And the cool part with this is that these Harris's hawks almost take us in as part of their pack or their family group. So we feel very lucky to be a part of Vega's pack. So I'm talking a lot about these birds hunting cooperatively. Obviously we're just flying Vega at the moment. But sometimes in certain situations we will fly several of these Harris's hawks at the same time. Now Vega here, he actually doesn't like other Harris's hawks very much, so he is kind of a one-man show out here. He does prefer his people for sure, but this isn't totally uncommon. In the wild, in certain areas, you will absolutely find these birds hunting on their own. It's thought that in the areas where food is maybe more sparse, maybe hotter desert regions, food is a little bit harder to come by. That's one of the theories behind these birds hunting cooperatively. And maybe where food is more abundant, they don't need to hunt cooperatively, right? Save all the food for yourself. So this is totally okay that Vega's kind of a one-man show. Come on over, buddy. Good job. Now, I was kind of talking about some of the wildlife management jobs that we do with our birds. Vega does a ton of different wildlife management stuff with us. One of the more public jobs that we tend to do is we work with our birds in places like downtown Vancouver and downtown Victoria, right in the city core. We are flying our birds around to deter gulls from nesting on the buildings. So this is a really important job. Gulls nesting on buildings, their nests are can be very destructive to roofs. It's also not super safe for them to live in these cities. Unfortunately, we see lots of gulls and stuff hit by cars. I know a lot of people think of them to be a pest species anyway, but they are a really important part of a healthy ecosystem. Yeah, so Vega, he's done a little bit of this work. Very, like I said, very public jobs doing this with our raptors, but they're very, very good at doing this work. So just an example of some of the different jobs we do with our birds. You want to come over one more time? Now, in the raptor world, between the males and the females, it is often quite difficult to tell the difference between the two, or the boys and the girls. This is the tree. Oh, good big flight. Yeah, between the males and the female raptors, usually the only difference between the two is that the females are about 1/3 or 30% larger than the males. With any other bird, typically it's that the males are larger than the females, but with raptors, it's the opposite. So Vega here, because he's smaller, this means that he's faster and more agile. So he has a beautiful long tail that he can use like a rudder to twist and turn in the air. There he is. And to catch prey right on the wing. You will also see these birds running along the ground. They'll run along, they'll flush prey out that might be hiding in the underbrush down below, and then the females, who are a little bit larger, they will come down and catch the prey that the males have flushed for them. So pretty cool that they have so many different strategies for catching their prey. Vega, he did a phenomenal job. He's going to go in his vehicle. He's going to hang out there for a few minutes. Now, we're going to bring out, surprise, another raptor. This next raptor actually won't be flying. This next raptor will just be hanging out on the glove. It's not because she can't fly, she totally can, although she often doesn't fly a ton. She's not the most active bird. She hasn't told us this, because, can't communicate with them, but it seems like she almost prefers to be walked around. So this is Elton. She's just making her way onto the flying grounds here. And she is another non-native raptor species. She is a spectacled owl. She has been at several garlic festivals now. Flown at many, but this year she's just hanging out. Thought we'd make it easy on her. So Elton, being a spectacled owl, this is a species that you would find in Central and South America. So more of a tropical jungle owl. Some of the more local species that you might find here would be barred owls, barn owls, great horned owls. We have quite the variety here in BC. Now, Elton, she was hatched in Canada 21 years ago, so she's definitely getting up there now. Actually, the whole crew we have today, they're in their late teen or mid to late teens and early 20s. So they've been around doing this for a long time. But owls, they are raptors, super, super cool, specialized top predators. They hunt very differently than many of the other raptors do. So owls, they are known for their silent flight. Oftentimes these birds are hunting at dawn and dusk or at night, so if you're using that cover of darkness and that stealth to your advantage, hopefully that's going to give you the upper hand when you're going to catch your prey. These birds also have very specialized hearing. Owls actually have some of the best hearing out of any other animal on the planet. Now, many species of owls, they have ears that are slightly offset from one another. This allows for better hearing. So one ear is down and back, the other is up and forward. So by having those ears at slightly different places on an owl's head, just allows them to be able to take in sound from nearly every different direction around them, and means that if conditions are ideal, these birds are often able to catch their prey without ever even seeing it. That is just how good their hearing is. So, for example, a bird not being able to hear their prey, see their prey, just utilizing their hearing, would be something like a snowy owl, great horned owl, great gray owl, lots of different species, but they're known for hunting mice under the cover of snow. So obviously you can see those mice, they're just utilizing their hearing, which is so cool. Now, some of the different owls that we have here in British Columbia or the Lower Mainland. Like I said, barn owls, great horned owls. Some of these owls are easy to identify just by listening to their call. So great horned owls, they make that typical type call. The barred owl, B-A-R-R-E-D, barred, from the barring on their feathers. They make more of a who cooks for you all type call. So it's like a or sometimes they'll sound like monkeys in the trees. They'll go back and forth with one another. And then barn owls, they actually scream. I won't scream into the microphone. It's a terrifying noise, but yeah. Now Elton, you'll notice I'm calling Elton a female spectacled owl. I was mentioning how the females are larger than the males. Elton as a chick, she was DNA tested, and we were told that Elton was a male, got the name Elton, and then about 12 years later with us, Elton laid 9 eggs. None of those eggs were fertile. Elton did not have a mate, or a bird mate, you could say, but she feels very comfortable with her trainers, so she lays us eggs. Yeah, pretty cute. Every winter now, since then, I think she's laid some eggs, which is pretty cute. Okay. Do we know what the fastest animal on the planet is?
Peregrine falcon.
Peregrine falcon. I didn't hear anybody say cheetah this time. So the peregrine falcon is the fastest animal on the planet. They have been clocked wind speeds of over 300 kilometers per hour. So they fly insanely fast. Their goal is to be faster than their favorite prey species, which are often things like pigeons and ducks. Now, a pigeon or a duck in completely level flight can fly faster than a peregrine falcon can. So where these birds get that speed is they go hundreds, if not even thousands of feet up into the sky, have their eyes on the prize down below, they tuck in their wings, they free fall out of the sky, and hopefully hit something delicious on the way down. Now, today, we're not meeting a peregrine falcon, but we're meeting what's called a gyr falcon, or gyr, however you want to say it. It's G-Y-R. They're the largest species of falcon on our planet, so like a bigger version of a peregrine falcon. Now, he's probably not going to be going thousands of feet up in the sky. I'll be very impressed if he does. Gyr falcons, they tend to stay a little bit more level with the ground compared to peregrine falcons, just because of what they are hunting. Yes, they will catch lots of birds, but they also will catch mammals on the ground, so it makes more sense for them to fly a bit more level, whereas those peregrine falcons are almost exclusively catching birds, sometimes bats, sometimes other small mammals on the ground, but typically a lot of flying creatures. So this is Fraction. He's going to shake out all his feathers. That's one of their kind of pre-flight checks that they do. Usually they'll rouse, that's what that's called, fluffing out all their feathers, making sure that there's no extra dust or extra feathers hanging on there. Usually they'll poop, and then that's when they take flight. Birds, they want to be as light as they possibly can for flight. If you're flying with extra weight, that means that you're not being as efficient as you could be. Are you going to take off? He did this in the earlier demonstration as well, just took his time. That's okay. We run on bird time here, so it's totally up to them what they want to do. If Fraction doesn't want to fly at all, that's okay. He does not have to. And that's kind of the fun of working with our birds, is that you never know what's going to happen. In the 12:30 demonstration today, Fraction went and sat in a tree for a little bit and watched me down here until he was ready to come on down. It totally happens, so we'll see what he wants to do today. Come on over, buddy. Let's go! Action! You're showing off your pretty wings. Let's go. Come on. You can do it. You can fly. The things we do. Come on. So gyr falcons, you're typically finding them more across like northern Canada, northern Europe, Asia. They're very widespread species. Sometimes they will come down into the lower mainland here, mostly during the winter. Usually the ones that we will be finding here, they're kind of more like a light brown, beigey, tan color. Fraction, he's got beautiful gray plumage, but they'll come in kind of every shade of between white to completely kind of dark brown, black sort of coloring. Come on! But it just depends on where you're finding these birds, what sort of plumage they have to blend in with certain different terrain. Come on, let's go! You can do it! Usually I have to run around and do crazy things to get them to fly, so... Come on! Yeah, you can do it! Let's go! Just run away. Come on, Fraction! Maybe if I hide behind everybody, I'm disappearing. So I can still see you.
That's right.
Fraction, let's go! Come on! We have to get asked why our birds don't just fly away. Well, I think we feed them too well. They, like I said, don't have to fly. But I hope he does. Come on, buddy. Last year, Hercules, the bald eagle at the beginning, we flew him at the Vancouver Football Club. So cool. He was flying in the coin at the beginning of the game for the refs to flip the coin. And there was one time we had him there, and some of you may have watched this, he just didn't fly. He didn't fly in the coin. That's okay. It's totally up to them what they want to do. So, yes, they do get food from us, of course. They have shelter. They have a safe place to live. We work really hard to have these positive relationships with them. Raptors in general, like I was kind of saying, they're masters at conserving their energy. So if they don't want to fly or don't really need to fly, then why do that? And I think that's kind of how Fraction's feeling right now. But what do you think? Just like a quick flight, just short. Yeah. He is like really considering it, but maybe now that there's more of a breeze. Come on, let's go. Fraction. Come on. Now, when we fly our falcons, because they can potentially, come on, Fraction. Because they can potentially go at these faster speeds.
Here we go. Yay!
Because they can potentially go at these faster speeds, we fly them a little bit differently. I'm going to be flying Fraction to this lure out here today. Because I don't want him hitting my glove as he's going at those very fast speeds. That could hurt me, it could hurt him as well. So, we're going to see if Fraction can catch this. We're going to keep it nice and short for him today, because clearly he wasn't super interested in flying. Fraction, hey! Oh. He's looping around, I can see him.
Where?
In the tree. Okay, Fraction, well, you hang out up there. Fraction, come on, buddy, let's go! So the Falcons playing this game with the lure, they usually try and bring it nice and close to them and then pull it away at the last second. I'm not doing this to tease them, but trying to teach them to be very fit and strong and fly like falcons do. So it's supposed to mimic how these birds would be catching their prey in the wild. Falcons, because they're catching a lot of birds, this kind of game helps to keep them a lot more fit than just doing A to B flights glove to glove. So yeah. Now, Fraction, he was the last bird of our flying demonstration. I encourage you guys to stick around to see when he comes back. But I won't keep anybody here because who knows, it might be a few moments. But I want to thank you all so much for coming out to the Garlic Festival today. I hope you've enjoyed meeting our wonderful raptors out here this afternoon. If you are interested, thank you. If you're interested in following along on our Birds Adventures, please feel free to check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Island Raptors. And please feel at our center. You can see a lot more of our super cool raptors out there. But thank you all so much, everybody. I hope you all have a great afternoon.
Yay!
Perfection.
Here he comes. Oh, he
Closer
moved.
Birdie one.
I'm gonna wait till people go.
Yeah, you see it? Oh, way up there. Yeah.